and I'm in no mood for your job. Do you hear me?
Man, I'm not playing. Get out of here or I'm kicking your ethereal ass.
Ethereal? I don't even know what that means.
Welcome back to Gear Chat. Yeah. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding.
I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. Cut that off, John. You don't hear that crap no more. Welcome back.
For real. Me. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you none other than the man himself, John G. John G, welcome back. Welcome back to Gear Chat. Yeah. Welcome back to Gear Chat University, man. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. I am the El Capitan, John G. Man, listen, all kind of stuff done happened in the month of February. We ain't gonna get all into it today. It's just, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into everything, but I got two things that I just want to talk about real quick. And of course, okay, so check it out. Yeah, shouts out to the Fuzzy Wuzzy. So I cut on cut on my phone, whatever, tablet, TV, in parentheses, however you want to look at it. I turn on and I see what I thought, and I hope I wasn't alone. In fact, I'm pretty certain I wasn't the only one. But I'll pose it as a question. Was I the only one that thought this motorcycle was an update? I thought it was an update. Like this was like a software update. And so I'm like, all right, okay. All right, everybody jumping on this update. I see, I'm not really I'm just looking, seeing that the initial like thumbnails or whatever. I'm like, all right, Bo Beast got this. All right, I see Loop Op. All right, everybody got the little update joint on. I think Cuckoo. And I'm like, all right. I think even Elektron. I'm like, oh, okay, it's an update to the motor sample. There's a cycle mode. I don't know what cycle mode is. All right, okay. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. So then I'm looking at. I think it was either Cuckoo's or Bo's video I saw where I actually saw this sample. And I was like, wait a minute, the sample is white. That looks off. Doesn't look quite as, what's going on? I was so confused, y'all. I mean, I was so confused because I kept looking at it thinking it was the sample and that the cycle was just merely an update. So when it finally clicked, like, oh, wow, did not see that coming. Okay, so I gotta tip my hat to Elektron. Now, okay, so now, all right, light bulb, duh, this is a actual new box, and it kind of makes sense because the model sample was like a budget Digitone or Digitac rather, and now the motorcycle is like a budget Digitone. I guess how did not it was kind of obvious. I guess I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I think it's kind of obvious that they would have done that, and I'm almost thinking would the next model end up being like a model heat or some kind of model effects unit. So it would. Let me think about it. You know, they have a high-end line, a mid line. Now they've created this low-end line, and the low-end line really ain't low-end. So, but it has its limitations. And with the motorcycle, when I watch Bo's video and I'm watching Cuckoo's video, I'm like, man, this thing is actually kind of limited. You know, like it does. It's got this drum track or whatever. You can do some things, a synth track. But I'm looking at it going, looks a little limited there. Like it just definitely is no digitone. However, you know, with the power of the sequencer and everything, you definitely can obviously do some ill stuff with it. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying it is rather simple. Like they found a way, and I guess it's FM, but they found a way to do FM without getting into the FM language. Like there's none of that. You really don't see none of the layering things and all that. They just simplified it, kind of dumbed it down to just, you know, shape and color and so on and so forth, versus everything else I've seen with the operators and having those four things and trying to go in there and dial your modulation. And I don't want to sit here and say that does not do that, because I am no master of genius, so I don't want to speak one way and make it seem like, you know, whatever. But what it seems like, it does not have that type of ability to kind of get in there and dial in on the FM synthesis. It's like I said, it feels like they kind of dumbed it down. So I mean, it's great, you know, and I guess it's gonna come out for $299, because I think the $399 price tag they originally had, that sample wasn't doing too well. And I hope the model cycle doesn't sound as low as the sample, because the sample was just low. So, who is it for? I mean, at the price of $299 for Elektron, I think it's gonna be for like everybody, because here's what I'll say about the sample. It doesn't sample. It's not a sampler, right? So you have to load samples in there. So that's, you know, whatever. It's a little bit of a thing, but it is what it is. However, would you rather walk out of the house with your Digitac or with a model sample? Would you rather go gigging with a Digitac or a model sample? And the reason why I say that is because if this is all I have, right, I'm not walking out the house with my Digitac and doing no show or none of that. I'd rather take the sample and just figure out how to do a show this way, because no, that's okay. I'm not taking this on the road. Outside, like in the public. Oh no, I'm not doing that. Why would I do? Huh? I mean, that's just a different. I mean, I ain't there yet. I ain't ready. I ain't my comfort level. I couldn't even concentrate. I'd be so, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it wouldn't work. So I believe the purpose of it is kind of going on. I mean, not only is it portable, because it's a small, not to say the Digitac and matter of fact, all the Elektron gear is portable. It's just a matter of, you know, I guess your guts and your will and whatnot. People definitely gig with their Octatracks and stuff. I'm just talking about me personally, you know. I just ain't there yet. But yeah, so I think the cycle could be for anybody from a beginner to a professional. Like, so shouts out to Elektron. Again, for the US, I think it's going for $299. Next up, I saw this thing that I think is very similar to the Lyra X. I don't know if you guys have seen it. but it's by Erica Synth. I believe it's by Erica Synth. It's called the Synth RX. Synth Rex. I believe that's the name of it. Now, it's not cheap. This thing is going for like $2,500. But basically, it's a audio manipulator. Filters and whatnot. Distortion and so on and so forth. Let me see. I thought I don't have nothing queued up. But let me see if I can find something real quick. You know, we live. We live and direct. Well, maybe I'm live. Y'all gonna be watching this in replay, but that's okay. Let's see here. As you listen to my melodious voice. Alright, what we got? What's the name of this thing? Synth.
What's up, John Jay?
Man, PLZ, what the hell you want, man?
Hey, come on, man, just go with me. I'm trying to go to church. They give away free drugs.
Man, go on with that. Go on, PLZ. Go on.
All right, man.
Peace.
Your law.
Harm Solo. Putting rappers in the chokehold. By an ounce.
Stop that for a second there, sir. And let's take a listen. Let's take a peeksy-weeksy here. Let me just... So like I said, basically it's a audio manipulator, but this is a guy has a guitar going through it right now. Well, he did. Hold on. Let me go back to that. Let me slide back to that. Just listen to this. Listen, man, this thing is interesting. Like I said, it kind of definitely reminds me of the Lyra X. Here he has a radio, a record player just playing an album through it. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting box. Like I said, this thing is not cheap. Let me see. I think he has one with some drums. Let me check out the drum joint so y'all can see how that drums be hitting. Oh! Yeah, this is lit! Somebody just got a synth going through there. All right, so go Google that. Let me stop that. Go check out that joint. It's slick. Erica Synth, Synth RX, Synth Rack, Synth Rack, Synth Effects, I guess. Synth Rex, Synth Rex. Synth Rex sounds like a virus or something. Yeah, Synth Rex. But yeah, go check it out, man. Like I said, it ain't cheap. 2,500. Ooh, I wish. Man, listen, John G TV, welcome back to Gear Chat, welcome back to John G TV, John G. Hey man, listen, you've been saving your twos and fews, and you finally got that piece of gear that you've been waiting for, lusting for, and you got it. Shouts out to you. I hope it's everything that you've been, wanting and waiting for, and yeah. And again. Have a great weekend, people. Be safe. Make great music. And have fun. John G. This is another John G production brought to you by Lights Out Production, Fading to Black, and the big guy with the melodious voice. I'm out of here. Meow.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. Snurf.
People like sitting up on that wall listening to them.
Okay.
Yeah. And you'll like stop the whole time or like pause it to people.
Yep.
But yeah, that's basically it.
That's good.
Or we could just, I don't know, what do you think? Do you like this cross to the street or should we just stay in the alley?
I don't mind. I don't think it matters one way or the other. I think whatever works logistically.
Yeah. Let's try both.
Is Katrina coming back?
Yeah.
Did you bring the mask?
Which one?
Monkey.
It should be in the back.
Huh?
Yeah, you see, John G.